Hello, everybody. My name is Christopher Wood. I live near Deserano, Ontario. I am a 5-year revenge retaliation full physical identity theft victim. My identity has been completely fucking changed. I have been skull split, seriously skull deformed, brain injured, body mutilations, kidnapped, sex assaults, false arrest refusals, lies, time buying, cover ups, medical blacklisting, treatment refusals, discrimination. Time has been bought, damages done. OPP, Ontario Provincial Police, who are guilty of murdering my mother in 2020. Ex OPP chief or commander before leaving Napanee, year 2019. Shannon Cork, staff sergeant, years 2019, 2021. Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and Shelley Huffner. Each and every one of them are guilty of murder, attempted murder, with intent to commit. Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors Tatiana Vukadinovic, name and file falsifier, medical blacklister, the one that got me medically discriminated against, assuring this. And she is the girlfriend to Stacy, Kingston AMHS. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor, ex-CEO Cubby Duck, and patient relations Brown, all criminally negligent, involved in co-committing and covering up crimes for themselves, for OPP, and their accomplices. Human sex trade, slavery, trafficking, torture crimes, identity thefts, frauds, murders, and cover-ups. Robert Barry, he lives on Bridge Street in Napanee. He is approximately 70 years old. He is bald. He has a crowbar mustache. He wears glasses. He is a meth trafficker. He is a sex slave trafficker. He is a truck driver. He is a serial killer. He is guilty of multiple homicides. He lives behind Circle K on Bridge Street in Napanee. He needs to be arrested, but unfortunately, he works for the cops, and he also, at the same time, owns the fucking police in Napanee. He's very seriously dangerous, along with a guy known as Bill Wooldridge, who is guilty of stalking and killing my mother in 2020 from orders of Spencer Mills and Stacy AMHS, along with Detective Constable, Ontario Provincial Police, Blair Hardy Kane, who is the brother or stepson to Ontario Provincial Police drug cop Robert Kane. There is Jason Van Alstyne. There is Tyler Lake. They are well-known drug addicts, fentanyl dealers, fentanyl addicts, crackheads, meth heads, and they are all very well known and rat informants to Robert Kane, 7224. Bert Hustler, he is approximately 70 years old or 60 years old. He has long grayish hair. He's highly obsessed. He is a homosexual. He is an ex-psych ward patient from Toronto. He thinks that he is me. He believes that he is actually my owner. He is very seriously obsessed, very seriously psychotic. He is guilty of brain splitting me, body mutilations, being involved with my identity theft with the intent to commit. There is Dale Hartwick, who is guilty of identity theft, attempted murder, body mutilations against me. He is also my cousin, and he is doing it for drop charges for a stabbing. His uncle Harry is also involved. He is guilty of attempted murder, torture crimes, and even child abuses on me as a kid. They are my family. And his boyfriend, Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns. He is a speed trafficker, a speedhead. He is guilty of being involved with my identity theft, skull splitting me, brain injuring me, body mutilations, sex assaults, attempted paralyzing, and attempted murder. He also thinks that I am a wolf. They're all very seriously psychotic. They're all very seriously dangerous. My full identity theft, my full identity has been changed. My brain has been seriously injured. I am losing my memories. The longer this goes on, the more these are going to get away with it. So I got to say congratulations to Robert Berry, Bridge Street, Napanee, who is guilty of first degree murder with intent to commit for Ontario Provincial Police. Brandon Berry is guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit for Ontario Provincial Police. Harry Hartwick, Dale Hartwick, Tony Hearns are all guilty of attempted murders and murders for Ontario Provincial Police. Tyler Lake, Jason Manalstein, Blair Hardy, and a guy known as Bill Wooldridge guilty of murders, attempted murders for Ontario Provincial Police. All in Napanee, and it is being covered up through Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, Lennox and Annington County General Hospital, the one that assures all their crimes and cover-ups. Not only are they guilty of fully changing my fucking identity, getting away with it, and having me medically blacklisted, but they are guilty of murdering my mother, killing my dogs, and ending the Wood bloodline by doing this. Luckily, there is nothing I can do about it. I don't have the $22,000 to pay OPP. So damages done. You've assured your murder, you fucking terrorist pieces of shit, low-life bastards. This is a guy that thinks that I am a wolf, and he also thinks that he is Axl Rose. He's a very fucked in the head piece of shit garbage. The fucking stepchild. He is a low-life piece of shit, Tony Hearns. This is OPP, Ontario Provincial Police, number one homosexual bend over, the one that sucks their cock. Yes, he sucks police dick for free drugs, $300, and immunity, and he is guilty of multiple homicides for Robert Kane, Ontario Provincial Police 7224, Jason Gimpy, two-step Vinalstein. He is also guilty of murders, overdose, drug overdose murders in Kingston 2 for a Bradshaw, that's a Kingston police officer. He's guilty of attempted murder on me. He's guilty of a murder in 2021. He's guilty of multiple drug overdoses through laced fentanyl that he is getting away with. That's being covered up through his cops is just a drug overdose, and it's being done with intent. These people are being murdered from this little cocksucker through Robert Kane. This is Bill Wooldridge, this piece of shit stalked and murdered my mother in 2020 through Spencer Mills 14716. He used to fuck children and stalk children at Tim Hortons for the XOPP chief. He is a pedophile, child fucker piece of shit. This is the low-life Burt Hustler that thinks that he is me, thinks that he is my owner. He is very seriously dangerous, very seriously psychotic. And this motherfucker, if he is not arrested one way or another, he's going to be dead, or I am going to be. And I will do it to save my life. I will do it to save my bloodline one way or another. Somebody has to fucking die, and it's not going to be me. I went through this fucking shit for 5 years because of OPP. Because they're criminal, low-life pieces of fucking shit, and they're murdering fucking doctors that they have to aid them in their crimes, along with the justice of the peace, who is guilty of obstructions, accusations, threats, and intimidations, as well as having me falsely arrested to prevent anything on her. She is an alcoholic and a possible cocaine addict. I went in to see her one day when I got threats from her, and she stunk of alcohol at 10 o'clock in the morning like whiskey, and her eyes were glossed over like she just got finished railing a big line of cocaine. This little piece of shit, not only is he guilty of attempted murder on me, this is Brandon Barry, but he also is guilty of attempted murder on his own child. He is guilty of attempted murder on a baby as well. This is another picture of Bert Hustler. Anything happens to me, these bastards have to be arrested and charged for first-degree murder because they're doing it for the cops. That's a child grooming homosexual named Raymond LeBlanc. He likes his kids approximately 10 to 15 years old, the pathetic bastard. Hi, how are you? Liam's Aquatics. How are you doing tonight? I'm okay, but I'm not doing good, but at least I'm alive. I don't know if you were following anything from the beginning when I first started or not. I was just on automatic mode and I wasn't paying attention if anybody was watching or not. But as I was showing and seeing this guy here, his name is Raymond LeBlanc. He is a child groomer. He is guilty of criminally stalking me. He is guilty of torture crimes on me, and he is guilty of attempted murder as well. He's very seriously dangerous. And I also think that he is a pimp. That he actually is a pimp in Napanee. He has prostitutes. This is a picture of me. I'm gonna show and prove that I have been through full physical identity theft and changes in case anybody wants to think that it's a lie. I'm gonna prove my words. As a matter of fact, this is a picture of me of just about a month ago. And yes, I do have that. But this was actually me. I thank you so much. I've been trying to get it. I've been trying for 5 damn fucking years to get something done. And I can't because I don't have $22,000 for the police for their extortion. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, by the way. This has been my skull. And while I was going through this, I haven't been able to get any kind of medical help. I have been medically blacklisted since 2019. This is a tube that's in my throat that comes up all the time and it bulges out. It goes from my groin to my right nipple, up to my throat, and from my throat to the back of my head. and I've not had any surgeries either. See, that's where it goes to the back of my head. My spine has been completely and totally mutilated and deformed. I've had at least three or four strokes. I believe that I might have had one last night, actually. The whole right side of my face is completely numb. It's been drooping all the time. I have no feeling whatsoever in it. Oh, interesting. I'm not going to have you on my channel, Noah Linlau, and be threatened by you. You've already made threats to me, and I have it in writing. I just put a guy in timeout. He's going by the name Loa Linlau, and he is saying that he is an OPP cop, and he has made threats to me, and I have it in writing, stating that he's saying he's a cop and that he is coming after me. I actually just posted it a day or so ago on my Facebook. I'm not going to be threatened, dude, by a cop. This is more too. I am the victim here, and I am getting threats by people that are calling themselves OPP. It's under Christwood, ChristWood. Same as my name. This was actually done to my skull too. It looks like I had it cut out or something, and I've not had any surgeries. So these are just some of the changes I have been through. I have many, many, many more to prove. Especially over the course of the last week, my complete face has changed 100%. Right now, it's just alleged by the guy known as Blair Hardy Kane. He is not only alleged Ontario Provincial Police, but he is also an ISIS recruiter member. I found this out through going on TikTok. I had a different channel on there, and I had a guy that added me on there before it was blocked, before I got cut off or whatever, suspended. But before that happened, he actually showed me pictures of Blair Hardy with an ISIS flag and other people standing around him. So I am assuming that it is 100% true and real. That's as far as I can go with that. I am going on information that I seen from somebody else that I had no idea who was prior to them adding me on Facebook or on TikTok and showing me these pictures. That is how I came across that information of that. And I just wish that I would have been able to have kept it. But I unfortunately had my TikTok account suspended. So none of that information, I wasn't able to keep it. They are using this on me. Back in August of 2019, I was shot by XOPP chief. He drove a white Jeep Wrangler. I was shot by something. It went into my right ear, and I started having problems after that. Come to find out, this is what I was shot with, which is exactly a microchip nano implant. And it's been in use since the 1960s. Military and law enforcement making OPP using this criminally on victims, making them guilty of domestic terrorism as well. I also have had illegal prisoner tracking put onto me from these pieces of shit cops as well. And I have no criminal record, no prior association with any police prior to being shot in 2019 as well. I have been sex assaulted. I've had doctors. I was sex assaulted by OPP staff sergeant and the one known as Bill Woldridge back in 2019. I went to the hospital after it happened, and I actually had one doctor laugh in my face over it, thinking that it was a joke, being sodomized by these pieces of shit. And another doctor actually tried to have me committed for having it happen. He turned around and he phoned the fucking cops on me, the very same one that was responsible for sodomizing me, for fuck's sakes. I have been medically blacklisted, treatment refusals, discrimination, file falsifications to get me medically blacklisted to prevent me any help because of through one doctor, Tatiana Vakadinovic, who is the girlfriend to Stacy Kingston AMHS, who is involved with this. Really? You come back on again. How many of these do you have? December 2020, what's that to you? Who the hell are you, dude? And what is December 2020 to you? Noah Linlow. Seeing you put it down there. August 2022. What's August 2022? What are those dates about? Because I have no fucking clue. Runt, my dog. What the fuck are you doing about my dog? Like, what is this? my dog Runt or whatever did not die in August of 2022. So I have no idea why you're bringing up my dog for August of 2022. (2001). That was 24 years ago. What about Bert? In 2001. I had no association with with Bert in 2001, dude. If that's what you're getting at. I've never been friends or associated with him. What's July 23rd, 2025? Goodbye. Now I'm getting threats from this dude. What are you even talking about, man? You're coming up with dates. You're talking about my dog Runt. You're talking about 2001. And I have no idea what the hell you're even talking about. But as I was showing me going through identity changes and that, he's something. And obviously he came on here, I blocked him, I put him in timeout for 24 hours, and then he turned around and came back on doing whatever as on another name, or same name, different profile. Talking about dates of 2001 and people and my dog that, unless he was associated or had something to do with my dog's death, he allegedly says that he is an OPP cop. This is a picture of me. So, as a matter of fact, I am actually going to try to find that where he made that statement. And I am going to post it again. Are you still there? Can you read that? That's him clearly stating that he is a cop. And if he is not a cop, that's a very bold, pretty serious statement to be making. And then to put that he's coming for me, that's a direct threat in writing. This was me approximately 2-3 months ago. Even as I'm sitting here doing this, I have no feeling in my face anymore or the side of my head. Now you're back on again. Who was it then? Explain to me what's going on, and I will try to help you. If you are not involved, if you need help, then I will do whatever I can to help you. But if you are involved with this, you will go down like the rest of them. And by stating that you are a cop, you got your phone back. Why? What happened to it? Oh, really? So they stole your phone and they were the ones that were posting this shit? Uh-huh. Who took you? Really? How did he take you? This is Tyler Lake. The very same one that tortured and killed my dog. And it wasn't in whatever it happened, March 23rd, 2023. So August of whatever, I have no idea what that was about, dude. Okay. So you're Dundas Heights. All messages retracted. I don't know anything, do I? Nothing's on my hands. So what's on my hands? This is just starting to sound like a big game.